Hey guys, hope this is working. Welcome to another live solo session from the shed. In case you don't know, my name is Tom Barlow. We are going to be working through a bunch of drills today. I'm really excited to share this one with you actually. I'm a little bit warm already. I've just been battling with my training dummy Kieran, trying to try out a few new configurations to see if it helps at all. I don't think it will, and I think I've just spent 20 minutes basically warming up, which is kind of cool. But anyway, today, the goal of today is I want to build a little bit off what we did last week in session number 5, which is a lot to do with the armbar. So we're going to be including some of those movements, some of those transitions, but we're primarily going to be focused on getting up off the bottom. Okay, in terms of like chaining drills, which is one of my favorite things to do with solo drills. There's not a huge amount that you can do from guard. Okay, because it's difficult. You don't get the reaction of the person. You don't get to knock them over. You don't get to do all those things. They won't come back towards you in the same way. But what we can do is we can work the transition from the floor coming up onto top and then into our transition sequences, into our submission sequences as well. Okay, and we can also work like our guard flexibility, some of our movements that we utilize in it as well. But they're kind of more of a solo-based things as well. All right, so like I said, super excited for this one. I really want to share it with you guys. We're going to break it down into kind of two parts. First part is the guard 10 and 10. Guard 10 and 10 is pretty simple. It's 10 drills for a minute each. And we just go through them, and we're going to use this as our warm-up. It's going to be quite core intensive, and it's also going to be working our flexibility and things like that. And then we're going to do, we actually have like 4 5-minute rounds. There's no break in between or anything like that. We're just going to switch drill. The first one is recapping on some of the drills that we did, like some of our passing top control drills. And then we're going to go into some couple of basic movements, and using those movements to come up on top and then start attacking. You'll figure it out as we're going. I've got my timer set up here. I hope I got a little bit of background music on as well. Just let me make sure that my screen doesn't turn off, which is always annoying when I'm doing these things. I think I've got my other screen, my laptop screen, set up correctly as well. But we're going to get straight into it. So we're going to start working our movements. 10 and 10, here we go. I'll talk you through it as we go. Follow along as best you can. You can watch out for my timer as well. I'll drop it over here so you guys can see. But we're going to start up with egg beating. Okay, so we're trying to circle our hips. Okay, nice and controlled. Okay, don't worry if they don't go in perfect circles, it doesn't matter too much. You can switch direction anytime you like if you want to do it for 30 seconds, but you want to get this hip twist. Okay, it shouldn't just be static on the floor, the hip should be up. So we're moving our hips side to side. Okay, really important retention drill. The other thing I'm trying to do is keep my knees back into my sides. I'm not extended out like so, keeping them back. This is super important for retention. You can switch whenever you like. Okay, and just keep working through the movements. You can, if you need a little bit of extra stability, you can go elbows to the ground, or if you want to work your core a little bit more, go here. Or like I said, if you watch my left leg, this one over here, it'll do all kinds of random things. My right leg goes pretty much circular. Left leg kind of does what it wants. It's just a way of life. Anyway, circle back the other direction. And we're going to jump into triangle. So we're going to elevate our hip and drop from one side to the other, just connecting this triangle position. Okay, what I want you guys to focus on doing is making sure that our toes are pulled back and we're locking in and down. Okay, and then just like a little bit of a hip lift. Again, you can have the arms on the ground for a bit more stability or not. Okay, we don't need to go all the way up, but we can. And dropping it down, snatching into our outside body. But again, the toes are the important thing here. Toes and that leg positioning behind the knee joint, okay? So I'm not across my foot like so. Like you'll see, I'm over my shin bone. Okay, it's really important. Make your triangle much stronger. The foot acts like a stopper so that the person can't get away. There's a video on my channel if you want to check out more about triangles. It's about 20 minutes long. Nice. Okay, still working that core. We're going to go straight into cross chokes. We're just sitting up now. So you can make like the cross choke movement if you want to, or you can just reach forwards and touch your toes. Okay, up to you. You can pull the knees in at the same time, or you can just leave them like static and fold in the middle. Connect that connection. Like I said, guard's always very, very core intensive. Should have put canoeing in it. Maybe we'll add on a little bit of canoeing as well, just for fun. Okay, so there's this movement where you move your hips across. It's a really important movement as well for retention. There's two ways we can do it, or we can do it sat up as well, like this. Really, really good retention. Solo draw, because it gets your hips nice and limber. Just keep crossing, switch your legs around the other way. Nice. And then we're going on to our sweep movement. We'll use this later as well, but I'm going to fold one leg underneath, keep my hips up, and bring myself up over the top of my shin. So it's just like I've done an ankle pick, or any kind of forward sweep, and I need to get up on top as fast as I can. You can hear that squeak. That's my warm-up done. I accidentally left the heaters on in it for 2 days as well, because we're doing some other filming for another course. It's baking in here. Keeping it nice and tight. Good. So be a little bit careful coming over the top of your shin, but this actually helps warm up your knee joint and your hips, keeps you nice and low. Okay. Try. You don't want to go on your toes here, that's no good. It creates a higher thing to lift over, but we're just sitting up. Nice. Good, keep it going. Nice, next one, technical stand up or hip heist. We'll use the hip heist. So all we're gonna do is base out, opposite, pull our leg back, and touch. One side to the other. So again, use this movement a lot in like, when we're standing up with sweeps. Like if I've got hold of a leg, it's gonna come up in a single leg, or it might be from like an X guard. So it's a really important movement that's coming up off the bottom and trying to get it like fast as well. Fast and stable. Try to keep your chest and your head up, so you don't want to drop your head down as you do this. You want to keep it up. Okay, and then if you can, foot in behind your hand so you can elevate. You can go all the way up to standing, but honestly, I like to work it like this because it's a little bit faster. 10 seconds means I can get a little bit more speed. Good. Nice. Okay, next one is our core drag. Core drag movement, really important. Leg comes out to the side, and I'm going to pull my hip towards the side. Okay, so all I'm doing is trying to pull myself around the corner. Okay. Okay, this is the quite violent version, but we can also just do it as like a post and a pull. So there's two ways. I can go pull, 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 okay? Or I can just do it from static and just turn. Okay, a lot more violent. And the reason we might do it like this one is because I don't post on this hand. So I get used to turning my hips here. Or if you don't want to, you're not comfortable, post the hand, give yourself space. Notice I step out to create space, pull through and turn my hips. So I'm stepping out, pulling, and then turning my hips the way I came. Step out, pull and turn. It's our collar drag movement or arm drag movement. Butterfly sweep. Okay, really simple. We here, fold, toes to the mat, elevate up and over. Here, toes to the mat, elevating up, using our leg. So I'm going forwards, making sure that I'm on the toes of this leg. Even if I start here, I'm up and over. If you're thinking about like the arm movement, slowly grab Kieran. I'm here like holding Kieran, got the over-under position. I want to be able to sweep up. Yeah, so I'm wrapping him in tight, sweeping up and over. Okay, I'm pretty sure my new dummy configuration isn't going to stay very long, which isn't great, but not essential for that. Anyway, butterfly movement. Sweep to the side, bring it up. Keeping everything tight, I'm here. Scoot in and sweep. Scoot in and sweep. I'm just trying to get it up on that shoulder. Okay, again, looking at going forwards when I do this and elevating. Oh, nice, next one, back roll. Again, it's a retention drill. I'm here, they've stacked me. I've rolled through, I post out, I get as low as I can, and I sit through. Back roll, here, sit through tight. Back roll, sit through. Back roll, oh, it's a terrible back roll. Okay, so again, I'm here, I lift my legs up and I'm forced to roll. I open out my arm, and I sit back through into guard. Okay, back roll, whoop. here, leg up, sit back into my guard. Okay, back roll. Whoop. That was not a back roll in the slightest. Back roll, up, sit through again. Okay. Back roll, up, sit through. Notice when I back roll, my knees are tight to my sides again, and I sit back into position. Okay, whew. Guard recovery drill is the next one. So what I'm going to do, fall back up onto my shoulder, much like our butterfly guard drill, and I'm going to circle this leg. Okay, so I'm going to fall back. I want to like keep this leg up off the ground as well if I can, and circle. Okay, so I'm going to go the other side. I fall back, leg up and circle. Fall back, leg up, and circle. So if you imagine someone's passing around to the side, I've had to frame on them. Here, I'm coming up, lifting that hip, doing it as fast as I can. Okay. So if I'm here, I have to just lift and circle. Lift, circle. Lift and circle. So I frame, if they're coming around to this side here, I frame against them, I elevate my hip, I close that space. Now this is just like a lasso, it drops in. Close that space, lasso. Close that space, lasso. You have to get good at this contraction of your core. Okay. Okay, so again, I'm bringing that leg up and around. They're going this way, bring that leg around. Going the other way, bring that leg around. Okay, last one, inversions. A couple of ways we can do this. Just halfway up and then come down. Halfway up, come down. So we're just starting this movement. Okay. If you suck in your shoulders at the top, it takes a lot of pressure off the neck. Or we can go full inversion, suck, upside down. Entirely up to you. You can be thinking about your Barlow grips, so reaching forwards and then inverting over the top. If you want extra, I'm not sure I'm flexible enough right now, but if you want a little bit of extra energy, try and keep, or extra work, try and keep your feet in the same space. That's a really good one to get a tight inversion. 5 more seconds, keep it working. Okay. Time. Nice. Okay. So that's our guard 10 and 10. It's just as, like, as I say, it's a bit of a warm-up drill, but it's also, you know, it covers a lot of important movements, a lot of important ideas, particularly like closing this space, which is super important when you're playing guard. I'm gonna grab Kieran. We are gonna use him, but like, as I said, it's not super important that you have like arms and all that kind of stuff. Actually, I'm gonna do it this way. I think this will be a better angle for most of this stuff. It's not super important that we have like all the arms and legs, and it's really more of a reference thing. But the drills that we're gonna do come a lot off this, these sweep movements. So we're gonna do 3 sweep movements. The first one which we've already done. First 2 we've already done. First 2 of them we've already done. First one is this like basic sweep movement. And then what I want to do is get up into my position as fast as I can. The second one is the technical stand-up. So same thing, but I stand up and I'm already in position. And then the third one that we're going to do is like a fast S switch. We use this a lot when we're playing guard to come up to the single leg. So all I'm going to do is fold my hips, and then it's very similar up into my single leg position. The key when I fold, get this fold, so I'm starting with the feet up, fold, try and put those toes on the ground to push yourself up, okay? We'll go over it a little bit more, but there are 3 ways that we use to come up from sweeps. And then we're gonna drop into like some different passing drills as we go. Okay, so this is gonna be 20 minutes long, and you'll get the idea as we go. And we're gonna work through, first comes the passing drills, then we're gonna do our sweep movement, coming on top into like a passing sequence. And the sequence is gonna stay the same no matter what we do. So you can keep working it to the same side, you can go to a different side, entirely up to you. Let me just get my laptop out of the way so I don't heel kick it as we go around, which would be bad. So first one we're gonna do is just a Torreando, and we're gonna drop around the corner. And we're gonna go in, actually I'm gonna put this one more round, just in case I get lost or confused. So I'll leave the timer. I'm actually gonna put it in this back corner. That's pretty much mostly the other way. First one, start in this position. What I'm gonna do is drop into a Torreando. Drop into a Torreando. So we're using 2 bear crawl positions. Okay, try not to stop, just keep going. Posture on top, dropping it down. It'll become clear why we do this in a second, but it's a really nice entry, and it teaches us these two postures, this upright posture, the down posture. Like I say in these things, I'll talk a lot less once we get into the drills, once we get as I get more tired. Okay, bear crawl each time, and back up straight away. So round to 90 degrees and come back. Imagine this is just like lots of positions that we use. Torreandos, over-unders, all kinds of things. That's 10 seconds. And we go into the next one. Good, keep it going. Nice, okay. Knee slide switch, so hands on your dummy, knee comes in, legs go behind, and back out to the side. So I'm ending up in this knee slide position. Again, doesn't need to be done with a dummy. Okay, it can just be done on the floor or with a pillow. Back should be flat the whole time. Not looking down. It's just 3 movements. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. We're back. It's definitely 3 movements, but I can't count. Here's 1, 2, 3. Low heel to hip, so heels touching your butt. 10 seconds. So nice. Now, next one is our long step movement. So I'm gonna come to the side, knees on the side, I'm gonna grab the collar, long step around, bring myself back up. Try and keep your chest down, flat, and it's the hips that are working. Do maybe 5 one side, and then 5 the other. So my grips aren't changing, just trying to work this low passing movement. It's really, really important movement, okay? Because it allows you to connect from one side to the other. Okay, if you want, you can transition between the two. So I'm using that switch. But the key is I'm keeping my chest low, toes are still on the mat. I'm not rotating around. Might come back up. Nice, next one, knee slide switch, knee on belly switch. So I'm here, switch, one side to the other. I'm gonna switch around the other way so you can see my feet, but it's here, feet together, out and across. Nice, keep it going. Hands off every time. Make sure your heels are coming up. They touch and go. Okay, if you've got a belt on, kind of hurts when you hit it. But keep it going. I just had a horrible moment where I thought I wasn't recording. That would be rubbish. Nice, keep it going. This is another, these are all leg burners, but they're so important for your posture. Nice. Next one, armbar. Okay, knee on belly armbar. So what we're doing is I'm going to pull up, switch around, kick off. Back up to knee on belly. Armbar, big step, and spin. Come back up. Armbar, big step and spin. You can hear I'm getting a bit of a sweat on. That's okay, it's good. Try and make each one here explosive. So this can be a like kind of slowish. It's there gonna be something that as soon as you go, switch to it. 15 seconds. So spin. You notice I'm reaching out every time, catching the belt, hitting the belt to cue. Okay, next one, we go straight into our sweep movement. So again, side to side, here. And then we're going to put all of that passing stuff together. So we're going to build it up one drill at a time. So I'm here. Again. Try and stay low. Keep your chest up. Keep working it. If you want, when you're here, start settling, come up off the ground. Or you can do it from your back and then come up as well. I like this short, fast version because it works my hip flexibility a little bit more. I'm forced to crunch here. I often use this in, like, you know, when I'm playing Della Heaver or whatever, playing position, come up to the ankle pick. Nice. Good, keep it going. Good, so now I'm coming up. Immediately I drop into that Torreando. Back down, up, stand, Torreando. So I'm sweeping, drop into the Torreando. Sweep, feet, Torreando. Sweep, feet, drop. Think about your posture the whole time. Nice, keep it going. About 10 seconds more. Okay, now we're going to go around to the corner. Back to our knee slide, long step. Come back out. Knee slide, long step, back to the ground. So we're coming up, Torreando, knee slide, long step. Try and keep the arm on the body. Up, forward, standing, drop. There's my knee slide, long step. Come back up. We're here. Standing, Torreando, to my knee slide, there's the core, long step. Come back up. Keep trying to work it. I'll adjust my zip with my baby says bits. Keep that chest down, fast connection. Broken this posture. So I'm gonna go long step, knee on belly, and switch. And back down. So sweep movement, up, Torreando, knee slide, long step, knee on belly, switch. Back down. Straight up, Torreando, into my long step, knee on belly, switch to the other side. Okay, so we're linking techniques. Up, Torreando, here, into our knee slide, long step. Straight back to knee on belly. Switch to the other side. Let's use the long step a lot. Going around the knee shields. Up. And we got one more to add on. Long step, switch, back down. So, playing guy, up, Torreando straight away. Back, knee on belly switch, hug to the armbar, and spin. It's the next part of this drill. Just got to do a readjustment. So you add on the armbar now. Okay? Add the armbar. So we're here. Playing guard, butterfly guard. I ankle pick, come up. Torreando, my knee slide, long step, switch because they turn in. There's the armbar. I top sprint and take it. Pulling up, Torreando, into my knee slide, long step, up, switch, it gives me the armbar, I turn. Really common. When you come up to knee on belly, people turn in towards you, you switch to the other side and they're going to give you the armbar on the back. All day. Up, Torreando, in, knee slide, switch, there's that armbar, pulling it. Good, that's the end of the first one. Next one, who's our technical stand-up. So again, we're gonna be here. a technical stand up. Then we're going to go into the same sequence again. So we're going to look to transition through. In case you can't tell, this is quite a cheeky workout. We're only halfway through, not even halfway through. Oh, there we are. If you need to get a drink, grab a quick drink, then jump straight back in. Try and do it at the start of every new round, not halfway through. So now we're halfway through, go and get a drink. 10 seconds, and then we drop into our Torreando. But go through your passing posture first. So our technical stood up, Torreando, back down. This should be explosive. Up, Torreando, back down. So it's like the person's kind of spinning through, rolling underneath, sitting to their guard, and I'm still attacking. Technical stand up, here, Torreando. Technical stand up, low, Torreando. Technical stand up, low, Torreando. Technical stand up, low, Torreando. Let's keep it working. Technical stand up, Torreando. Stand up, oh, terrible, terrible, float. Here, I'm up, low, they drop. Okay, so I'm here, I curl the leg, kicking away, standing up. They sit to their guard, I drop in and follow. Come back up. Up, Torreando. Okay, then we cut back to our knee slide, and we go long step. Okay, so same sequence again. Technical stand up, Torreando, knee slide, long step. As soon as you go to that knee slide, hit the long step. Don't wait. Technical stand up, Torreando, knee slide, long step. Come back out. Technical stand up. Here, Torreando, knee slide, collar and hip, lock, come back up. Back down. Technical stand up, Torreando. Oh, knee slide, long step. Torreando, knee slide, there's my grip and I go. Technical stand, Torreando, knee slide, long step. Got 5 seconds, do one more. Technical stand. Now we're gonna go back to knee on belly and switch. Okay? So, technical stand up, Torreando, long step, back to knee on belly, straight away we switch. Technical stand up, Torreando, in, long step, and then switch it through. Sorry, I forgot what was going on. Technical stand up, in, I got distracted, long step, up, switch. That's why getting distracted is a bad thing in competition. Technical stand up. Knee on belly, switch to the other side. Come on. Technical stand up. Torreando, in, long step, knee on belly, switch. We got one more, try and get one more out. Torreando, in, long step, knee on belly, switch, add that armbar on. So just as we did before. Here we go. Technical stand up. Torreando, knee on belly, long step, up, switch. Here's the arm. Take it. And again, as soon as you hit that armbar position, go for it. If you need to take a breath, take it here. Technical stand up. As soon as you go through the drill, continuous movement. And then you can catch your breath. Torreando, I forgot which side. Knee on belly, switch. Here's my armbar. Might have to do a bit of adjustment in a second. Here we go. Okay. 10 seconds. Technical stand. Oh, technical stand. Yeah, Torreando. Long step. Knee on belly, switch. Armbar. Nice. Next one is our S switch. Coming up, so I'm here, legs come back, lift myself up. Here, feet off the ground, backing up. Feet off the ground. Here, try and get those toes on the mat so I can push forwards. Up, scissor, bring my hip up. Like I said, it's just like coming up for a single leg. Okay, so we're gonna be here, we're working, we sit, and up. Sit, up. Get that leg, has to go behind you here so that you can drive forwards into it. Okay, here, so it's tight, so I can push up. Up. That was a terrible one. We're gonna do that side again. So we're here, driving it up, okay? Okay, now we add on the Torreando. So up, Torreando, back down. Scissor, up, Torreando. Try and drive into it. So I'm scissoring, driving up, forwards, Torreando. Scissor, up, Torreando. So give yourself a little bit of space. Often when we do single legs, this is what we need. Push off that back leg, up, drop. Push off that back leg, up, and drop. Push off that back leg, so it's here, I'm up, and then I drop. We know this posture is maintained throughout. Scissor, up, Torreando. Scissor, up, Torreando. Don't worry if you do the same side over and over again. Knee slide and long step in. Up, Torreando, knee slide, long step, back to position. Scissor and up, Torreando, knee slide, long step, back to position. Scissor and up, Torreando, knee slide, long step. Elbows in always. Up, Torreando. So knee slide, elbow in, long step. Scissor and up, Torreando, in, long step. Try and stay bouncy, don't rest on the ground. Oh, yeah, Torreando, in, long step, back up. Drive in, bring it down, in, long step, back out. Okay, now we add on the switch. So we're coming up, driving through, Torreando, knee slide, long step, knee on belly, and switch, back down. Driving forward, Torreando, long step, knee on belly, switch. Up, driving, through, here. Long step, come back out. Right. Oh, drive forwards, Torreando. Long step, switch it around. Told you talking to get less. Do your workout, get it going as fast as you can. Just remember, you enter a position, you go to the next one as fast as you can. Okay? The last one, we're gonna add the armbar on. Here we go. Scissor, drive, and up. Torreando, long step, knee slide and switch. Top spin, armbar. Legs are up. Drive forward. Torreando. Knee slide, long step, switch, and pull. Knee on belly. Torreando, in, long step, switch. Here's the armbar, spin through. Torreando, knee on belly, switch. Up here, switch through, switch. Drop it down. Step it up. Try and push the pace. And time. 10. Oh, Okay, catch your breath. Grab a little bit of a break if you need one. Well, not break, water. I certainly do. Okay, you can put your dummy away. We've got a finisher. I love adding a good finisher on. So, we're going to do something cool. I say cool. It won't be cool, but it's good for you. So we're going to do 5 round the worlds each side. Okay, I'll talk about this. There's a couple of different versions of it, but I learned this one from Barlow, and it's just great for your guard retention again. Okay, but it also gives you a really solid core workout. So we're going to do 5 of those each side. Then we're going to do 10 technical stand-ups, and we're going to repeat for 5 rounds. Okay, so it's only like 50 reps of each, but it should be quite taxing when we do it. When you do the technical stand-ups, try and really explode into it. Okay, so we're contrasting lots and lots of activity with like this static position, where we're more like working on muscular endurance. Okay. So the round the world, they're pretty simple. All you have to do is like your legs are gonna follow in like a giant circle around your head, and you can do that 5 times one way, 5 times the other, or 10, one alternating. It's up to you. So be in position. If you need to watch a rep first, do that, but just get through it 5 rounds as quick as possible. Okay, here we go. So this is 2. Try not to let your hips drop, so I stay in that same line the whole time. And one more. That was my good side. Okay, and then technical stand-ups. That was 10. Here we go back again. As you can see, struggling to talk. That was 5, so I'm exactly halfway there. No, I'm not. Oh, damn it. Why did that do it? I prefer alternating. That's what I learned from that experiment. Here's a different angle. Same thing. Feel that extra sit up. It's always a good thing. Makes it way harder. Okay, we got 1 round to go. Here we go. Okay, and I'm done. Whoa, that was a tough workout. You can probably see by my sweat mess over here. That was hard, particularly while talking. Okay, the nice thing about like solo drilling is, like, honestly, it doesn't matter how good you are, like how fit you are, you're always tired after sessions, or you should be, because you're pushing your pace. So you should be pushing your pace every time to go faster, make those connections faster. That can be difficult with training partners, particularly when you get tired and you start like elbowing him in the head. I know Kieran, he took a lot of punishment today. Just accidental stuff, okay? The other beautiful thing about it is, you know, for the certain movements, you don't really need a training partner for, but they can be finicky to get. So for example, this movement where we're here and coming onto our toes, that can be tricky when you first start doing it. And there's no real benefit to doing it with a partner. The partner's just going to sit there and not going to get anything. So you can get like tons of reps out at this movement, either one side or the other side, like without ever having the need for a training partner there. Okay, and that's a beautiful thing about it. I know doing these sessions, like over the course of various lockdowns and all kinds of different things, because I'm doing a lot of long steps, they've improved massively, you know, and I'm able to use them a lot more effectively than I was before, because my mobility going to that position has got better, and my instinct to just grab and go, whereas before I'd have to think about it, that's improved as well. So like I've decreased that speed of recognition, and then like the speed of implementation gets a lot faster as well. So it's very, very useful to do this stuff. And man, we've been going, I don't know, 40 minutes plus, and that was a tough session. It was a really tough session, but it was great, and I know that it'll have helped me out. Okay, so if you guys want more solo drilling stuff, you know, I've got tons of resources out there. There's another 5 of these that you can do if you want to do some more armbar stuff. That was in the previous week. You know, there's 4 others that I did a little while ago. I'll be doing one of these next week as well, so come in and join on that. They're all going to be different. There's going to be variety in it. There'll still be some similarities, and I'll probably keep linking previous week's material in, because it's kind of reinforcing what we covered. But come in, enjoy them. If you need more, you want to do more of these, the Get Super Solo Drilling, the Super Solo Training Program, and that's like covers all these drills in a lot more depth. I go into like the mechanics of them, why we use them, also demonstrate like some of my favorite like kind of connective sequences. There's training plans, so there's like 41 additional training plans where I've written things out like this session for you, and you just have to, you know, go through it, set a timer and go through it, and you get really, really good workouts from those. You can double them up, you know, you can be creative on your own, but the goal is to give you a tool that takes you from like no experience up to having like really great sessions, that when we finally get back into the mats, or if you can't get to the mats for whatever reason, you can still get a good workout. That's going to be good for your cardio, but we're also going to be improving our like transitional speed and our technical skill as well. You know, I honestly, if someone, you know, if you come in and don't believe that your arm bars are going to get better when we're doing these drills, or your mobility, or the connection of the different passing is going to get better, your posture, man, I'm you know, it's the same as doing it with a person. We just have a dummy that we can beat up, and we can do it hundreds of times versus having to trade off 50% of the time me doing it and 50% of the time them doing it. Okay, so never going to replace having a training partner. You won't get the same resistance, but we can certainly work on our movements, mobility, and a little bit on our timing as well, and certainly on like specific, you know, little details of body movement and things like that. So it's fantastic for that. Okay, so anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm gonna go hydrate, mop down my floor, and then I'll see you guys very soon next week. Make sure you get on it. It'll be, I don't know, whatever this is, whatever the link is, plus, rather than 6, it'll be 7. All right, simples. Anyway, have an awesome day, and I'll catch you guys soon. Os.